Donald John Trump, a name synonymous with wealth, ambition, and controversy. Born in Queens, New York in 1946, Trump's life is one of extraordinary highs and lows. From real estate mogul to reality TV star, his journey culminated in a history-making presidency. Even before politics, Trump's life was a whirlwind of boardroom battles and headline-grabbing deals. His upbringing played a key role in shaping the man he would become. Fred Trump, Donald's father, was a successful real estate developer. He instilled in his son a strong work ethic and a drive to succeed. Trump attended the New York Military Academy, a formative experience that instilled in him a sense of discipline and ambition. He later graduated from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania with a degree in economics. Armed with a business acumen honed from a young age, Trump was poised to make his mark on the world. Trump's early ventures in the cutthroat world of Manhattan real estate were marked by bold moves and a knack for deal-making. He quickly learned to navigate the complex world of construction, financing, and negotiation. His successes, however, were often accompanied by controversy. Critics accused him of using ruthless tactics and engaging in discriminatory practices. Nevertheless, Trump's star continued to rise, and he soon became a fixture in the New York City social scene. Trump's ambition extended beyond the real estate market. He ventured into the casino business in Atlantic City, a move that brought him both fortune and financial turmoil. His casinos, with their glittering facades and promise of luxury, became synonymous with the excesses of the 1980s. But Trump's empire, built on risk and speculation, was not immune to the cyclical nature of the market. As the decade came to a close, Trump faced mounting debt and financial challenges. This period tested his resilience and set the stage for his dramatic reinvention in the public eye. The 1990s saw Trump grappling with setbacks, but also marked a turning point in his public persona. No longer just a businessman, he became a tabloid fixture, his personal life as much a source of headlines as his business dealings. His highly publicized divorce from Ivana Trump and subsequent marriage to Marla Maples kept him in the public eye. In 2004, The Apprentice premiered, catapulting Trump to a new level of celebrity. It showcased his business acumen and his no-nonsense approach, captivating audiences with his catchphrase, "You're fired." This newfound fame, coupled with his growing political aspirations, set the stage for his entry into the political arena. Donald Trump's entry into Manhattan real estate was audacious. Armed with ambition and family resources, he transformed the cityscape. Early projects like the Grand Hyatt and Trump Tower showcased his skills, known for his hands-on approach and meticulous attention to detail. The Grand Hyatt renovations symbolized his ambition. He excelled at securing tax breaks and public subsidies. Negotiating favorable terms with city officials was key. Trump Tower solidified his status in New York real estate. The building symbolized 1980s excess and luxury. The tower's construction was controversial. Use of undocumented workers drew criticism and legal challenges. Throughout the 1980s, his empire expanded. He acquired hotels, casinos, and golf courses. His business dealings were often shrouded in secrecy. Trump's relentless pursuit of wealth made him both admired and reviled. Trump's growing real estate empire was not merely a collection of properties, it was a carefully constructed image of success and opulence. He understood the power of branding and cultivated a public persona that was as much a part of his business strategy as any financial transaction. Trump's name, emblazoned in gold on his buildings, became synonymous with luxury, exclusivity, and ambition. His personal life, too, became increasingly intertwined with his public image. His marriage to Ivana Trump, a former model and businesswoman, was a fixture of the New York social scene. The couple, often photographed at lavish parties and charity events, embodied the aspirational lifestyle that Trump was selling. Their divorce in the early 1990s, however, played out in the tabloids with accusations of infidelity and financial disputes, casting a shadow over Trump's carefully constructed image. Undeterred by the negative publicity, Trump continued to cultivate his public persona. He published books such as The Art of the Deal and Trump, The Art of Survival, offering business advice and insights into his personal philosophy. These books, often ghostwritten but presented as Trump's own words, further cemented his image as a self-made billionaire who had conquered the cutthroat world of Manhattan real estate. Trump's growing fame extended beyond the business world. He made cameo appearances in films and television shows, often playing himself a caricature of wealth and success. He hosted beauty pageants, further aligning himself with glamour and entertainment. Through these carefully orchestrated appearances, Trump transformed himself from a real estate developer into a cultural icon, a symbol of ambition and material success in an era defined by excess. Trump's casino journey began in the late 1970s with Resorts International in Atlantic City. He aimed to bring glitz and glamour to the Jersey Shore. The Trump Plaza opened in 1984, marking his entry into a competitive market. It was an instant success, drawing crowds eager for luxury. He opened Trump's Castle in 1985 and the Trump Taj Mahal in 1990. These properties were designed to attract high rollers and tourists. However, his success was short-lived. Massive debt burdened his businesses. Lavish spending and poor decisions led to financial difficulties. By the early 1990s, his empire was on the verge of collapse. His fortune dwindled as he struggled to stay afloat. Despite this, Trump refused to admit defeat. He restructured his businesses and negotiated with creditors. Leveraging his celebrity status, he secured new deals. His Atlantic City experience showcased his resilience. It highlighted his risk-taking, self-promotion, and boundary-pushing approach. By the dawn of the new millennium, Donald Trump was facing a critical juncture. His real estate ventures, though still prominent, had lost some of their luster, and his forays into the casino industry had left him with significant financial scars. Yet Trump possessed an uncanny ability to reinvent himself, to adapt to the changing tides of public perception. This innate talent for self-promotion led him to an unexpected arena reality television. In the early 2000s, reality TV was rapidly gaining popularity, captivating audiences with its blend of competition, drama, and manufactured authenticity. Trump, with his larger-than-life persona, his brash pronouncements, and his carefully cultivated image as a successful businessman, saw an opportunity to tap into this cultural phenomenon. He partnered with Mark Burnett, a prolific producer known for his work on shows like Survivor, to develop a concept that would showcase Trump's business acumen and his no-nonsense approach to decision-making. The premise of The Apprentice was simple, yet compelling. A group of aspiring entrepreneurs, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, would compete in a series of business-related tasks, ranging from designing marketing campaigns to selling lemonade on the streets of New York City. The show's format, which blended elements of competition, mentorship, and corporate boardroom drama, proved to be a winning formula. Viewers were drawn to the challenges, the interpersonal conflicts between the contestants, and of course, Trump's commanding presence. He relished his role as the ultimate arbiter of success, dispensing advice and criticism with equal measures of bluntness and charisma. The Apprentice, which premiered on NBC in January 2004, was an instant ratings hit, capturing the zeitgeist of a nation captivated by the allure of wealth, ambition, and the pursuit of the American dream. Trump, once known primarily for his real estate dealings and tabloid scandals, became a household name, his image plastered on billboards, magazine covers, and television screens across the country. The show's success transcended mere entertainment. Trump's catchphrase, "You're fired," became a cultural phenomenon, a ubiquitous expression used in workplaces, playgrounds, and even political debates. His no-nonsense approach to business, his emphasis on results over excuses, resonated with a segment of the population disillusioned with corporate bureaucracy and perceived government inefficiency. The Apprentice spawned multiple spin-offs, including The Celebrity Apprentice, which featured celebrities competing for charity, further extending the show's reach and cementing Trump's status as a pop culture icon. He used his newfound platform to promote his brand, his businesses, and his personal image, transforming himself from a polarizing businessman into a widely recognized celebrity. More importantly, The Apprentice provided Trump with something he had long craved: a direct line to millions of viewers, a captive audience for his pronouncements, his opinions, and his unique brand of self-promotion. It allowed him to bypass traditional media gatekeepers, to control his narrative, and to cultivate an image of himself as a successful, decisive leader. This newfound influence, combined with his growing ambition and his ability to tap into the anxieties and aspirations of a large segment of the population, would have profound implications for the future of American politics. The success of The Apprentice marked a turning point in Donald Trump's career, propelling him into the stratosphere of celebrity. He became synonymous with success, wealth, and the American dream. Trump leveraged this brand recognition to expand his empire. He launched products like Trump Steaks, Trump Vodka, and Trump University. His face adorned everything from bottled water to magazine covers. Trump had transformed himself into a brand, a symbol of aspiration. He became increasingly vocal on political issues. He hinted at a presidential bid in 2000 as a Reform Party candidate. His pronouncements on trade, immigration, and foreign policy resonated with many. Trump's transformation into a brand showcased his understanding of media and self-promotion. He tapped into economic anxiety and political disillusionment. The stage was set for a businessman to challenge the status quo. As the first decade of the new millennium drew to a close, a confluence of factors began to reshape the American political landscape. Donald Trump, with his celebrity status and image as a successful businessman, recognized this shift and sensed an opportunity. He became a vocal critic of Obama, questioning his birthplace and legitimacy as president. Many dismissed Trump as a publicity seeker, but his message of economic nationalism resonated with a segment of the population. This nascent populist movement found its voice in the Tea Party, a group of conservative activists. Trump, with his flair for the dramatic, was ideally suited to tap into this wellspring of discontent. On June 16, 2015, Donald Trump announced his candidacy for President of the United States. His speech, a mix of boasts, grievances, and promises, sent shockwaves through the political establishment. He railed against illegal immigration, criticized China, and vowed to bring back American jobs. Trump's campaign was unconventional, relying on a small circle of loyalists and family members. He bypassed traditional media, communicating directly with voters through Twitter and rallies. Despite criticism, Trump's message resonated with a significant segment of the electorate. His rallies drew massive crowds, energized by his promises of change. Trump's opponents in the Republican primaries struggled to counter his unorthodox campaign style. As the Republican primaries progressed, it became clear that Donald Trump was a force to be reckoned with. On July 19, 2016, Trump officially became the Republican nominee for president. The general election pitted Trump against Hillary Clinton. The 2016 general election campaign was one of the most contentious in American history. Trump continued to employ his unorthodox campaign style, holding rallies and making controversial statements. On November 8, 2016, in a stunning upset, Trump was elected the 45th President of the United States. His victory marked the beginning of a new and uncertain chapter in American politics. From the moment he was sworn in, Donald Trump's presidency was engulfed in controversy. His inauguration speech painted a picture of an American carnage that only he could fix. Trump wasted no time in implementing his agenda, signing a flurry of executive orders. His governing style was unconventional and unpredictable. Despite the turmoil, Trump remained popular with his base. He continued to hold rallies, using them to connect with his base and attack his opponents. These rallies further deepened the political divisions in the country. As Trump's presidency progressed, he faced mounting scrutiny from Congress, the media, and law enforcement. Special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference cast a long shadow over Trump's presidency. Trump's response was one of defiance and denial, attacking the investigations as witch hunts. Despite the scandals, Trump continued to pursue his agenda, appointing conservative judges and cutting taxes. His confrontational approach to foreign policy alienated allies and emboldened adversaries. Trump's presidency exposed the fragility of American democracy and the deep divisions in the country. In December 2019, Trump was impeached by the House of Representatives. The charges stemmed from his attempts to pressure Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden. The Senate ultimately acquitted Trump, but the impeachment left a lasting stain on his presidency. Just as the country was grappling with the fallout the COVID-19 pandemic emerged, Trump's initial response to the pandemic was slow and chaotic. The pandemic exposed the shortcomings of Trump's leadership and deepened existing inequalities. As the death toll mounted, Trump's approval ratings plummeted. Despite controversies, Trump achieved notable policy victories. One significant victory was the passage of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017. Trump made significant progress on his promise to roll back regulations. He appointed 2 conservative justices to the Supreme Court, shifting the balance of the court to the right. Trump also appointed a record number of conservative judges to federal appeals courts. He oversaw the defeat of ISIS in Iraq and Syria. Trump brokered historic peace agreements between Israel and several Arab countries. These agreements were seen as a significant step towards peace in the Middle East. Trump's tenure was defined by failures and missteps that tarnished his legacy. His handling of the COVID-19 pandemic was marked by denial and misinformation. His administration struggled to provide adequate resources to states and hospitals. Beyond the pandemic, Trump's presidency was marked by other failures, both domestic and foreign. His attempts to repeal the Affordable Care Act were unsuccessful. His zero-tolerance policy at the southern border resulted in a humanitarian crisis. Trump's presidency left the country deeply divided and distrustful of its institutions. His refusal to accept the results of the 2020 election and incitement of the January 6th insurrection represented a grave threat to American democracy. Donald Trump's presidency ended as tumultuously as it began. His refusal to accept the 2020 election results, culminating in the January 6th Capitol riot, cast a long shadow over his final days. Yet, his hold on a significant portion of the electorate remained firm. Trump's impact on American politics is undeniable. He shattered norms, upended conventions, and exposed deep societal fissures. His presidency was a stress test for American democracy. Whether his populism endures or fades remains to be seen. His legacy is a complex tapestry of ambition and controversy. He will be remembered as a polarizing figure. His words became ingrained in the national lexicon. "Make America great again," "fake news," and "you're fired" shaped public discourse. Love him or loathe him, Trump's impact is undeniable. Only time will tell how future generations will judge his tenure. His story continues to unfold as he re-enters the political stage.